So let me see if I could turn this camera around. I wasn't sure if I could, but let's see. Okay, here I am. Hey everybody. My name's Chris Fernald. I had a rapture dream in 1985. I got saved of January 25th of 1985. And one of the things I did was had a dream. And then in the dream I had a vision of the rapture, which I thought was the rapture. And so what happened was I was walking in the field in this dream, and I got so far in the field, about middle of the field, and it's like everything kind of went from, 10 o'clock in the morning to like cinematic feeling. Around the edges got darker and warmer, and I started going up real lightly. It wasn't no spectacular thing. I started just floating upwards, just like you'll see on some of the videos that I put out. I'll show guys getting raptured. You're just floating quietly up, And when I got up into heaven, I was in plaid shirt and jeans, and I was floating over the earth, and I was breathing, but I didn't put that together. I had this vision and a dream every 9 years, and on the last one that I had this vision and a dream on was, I would say, let me think. June 1st, 2017. But this time, every time I had that dream, the Lord would say to me, as I was floating in space watching wormwood go by on the right, I felt the heat from it. And the Lord would say to me, Chris, be not afraid. You'll see this in your lifetime. Now, my interpretation of that was, it was the glory of God, because I was thinking precious. I was thinking in the right mind. I had a mind of Christ working on me. So the Lord let me believe it was a glory hitting the land. And in a way, the glory is hitting the land because revival's happening all over the world. And so also what happened was I believed that for 3 of the dreams, that it was the glory of God. And I seen it in 3 different places. One was a vision that I went to heaven in a room where there was a giant Trinitron TV. The Lord said, this was the 3rd time. The Lord said, do you remember this? And I went, yeah, I do. It's the glory of God. He says, okay, you're going to see this. Be not afraid. And he kept saying, be not afraid. Be not afraid. Don't become afraid. Every time. So on the 4th one, he instructed me when I woke up. Right before I woke up, he said, this time I'm going to tell you what this is. It's wormwood. And I was raptured. And I was breathing in heaven, and I was watching wormwood go by just like the first 3 dreams. And then I turned around, I seen it, I felt it. It was like a burning glob of everything together, just flaming mess. It went around the world, hit like the Pacific Ocean, I believe, if I remember right. He said, no, this is wormwood. I want you to go find wormwood. They call it Planet X, Nibiru, Harada. There's a lot of names. Narada, I don't know. There's a lot of names. And he said, go find it. Never heard of it. Took me 3 days. But I was raptured. And so now the Lord reminds me often as I show my videos on my channel that you went into the future. Now you're bringing back the info I showed you. You're a witness in the future. And he says, and what I want you to do is show these people what you see. Now I believe I'm seeing by the Spirit, and I filter it and I bring it right out. But I'll tell you what, none of it's fake. What I'm showing, none of it's fake. It's just, I put art on it so you can see it better. So remember, when you get raptured, it's going to be fun. I felt the acceleration of it, and I felt the so much supernatural peace that I can't even explain it, even in heaven. And I realized on the 4th one, I asked the Lord, because I conversed with him, I'm breathing. And he says, of course. Don't you understand you were raptured? Or you were taken up? Now, I don't know pre, post, or I don't care about when the rapture is going to happen. Scripture says, now faith is. Now. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. So I'm hoping to meet Jesus up in the air now at the end of the 7-year tribulation. It really doesn't matter because my faith is in God. He knows the timing. So that's my rapture dream. 4 times I've seen it in a vision. Once I was at a conference. The second time I was at a conference, wide awake. And the conference was so powerful in the presence of God that I just went into the vision standing the whole time. And like the room disappeared and I was back up there floating in heaven. That time I was just there. The Trinitron TV was pretty cool. We'll talk about that later. But that's my testimony on this whole deal of the rapture. I used to say I have pan-trib, you know. People say, what do you believe, pre, post? I said, now I say it's no difference, but before I used to say I'm pan-trib, whatever pans out. I still got the same attitude, but with more understanding that it could happen today. I think this is like February 1st or 2nd. I don't know. No, January 29th, 30th? I don't know. I just woke up and said I'm going to do this video. So this is my old face I don't show. And the rapture's coming, people, for me, because I already had experienced it 4 times. And now I'm going to experience it for real. And I'm going to watch Wormwood with Jesus go by. Now, it says in Revelation, check this out. I'll show you this. Hang on.
Beautiful name.